Good evening, noon, and night. I am Quisp, your host of Quisp Adventures. As always, I am Quisp, and today we're going to be talking about my TNT experience. So, when you come to Prime Inc. and whether or not you do PSD, your next phase, if you're going through the whole process, is TNT. Nobody really knows what it stands for. Everybody has their own opinions. I like the Trucker in Training abbreviation. I think that fits it pretty well. So, basic TNT. You hop on a truck with a random stranger and you're going to go and do 30,000 dispatched miles. I was in TNT for about 8 weeks, yeah. Had we not taken home time, had my getting my CDL not turned into a whole thing, it would have been 6 weeks. But my trainer took a week of home time. I came home and I ended up being home for another 4 days to get my CDL. That was a whole disaster. But either way, you're going to do 30,000 miles. Prime will tell you the average is 6 to 9 weeks. And that's about accurate. I was out for, like I just counted, 8 weeks. So this video is going to be kind of what I went through, how it all worked for me. It's going to be a 3-part series in total. So it's this one, my experience, do's and don'ts of TNT, and red flags. We're going to do a red flag video. There's a lot of confusion on if this happens, then what should I do, right? If then. So my trainer, I'm not going to name him. He'll probably thank me for that later. He was an ass. And he's probably going to kill me when he watches this video, and that's okay. Because he'll admit it. He can be an ass. But, and this is the important part, he cared about me learning how to be a Prime Inc. employee, a real truck driver. He cared about all those things. He really wanted me to understand what it meant to be a truck driver. So not only did he teach me how to run the macros, not only did he try to teach me, I should say, because I still struggle with backing. He tried to teach me how to back. It started clicking on the last load. Unfortunately, I wish I would have clicked a little bit sooner. He taught me the etiquette of, and this will be the do's and don'ts video, right? What you do in a fuel island. How not to be in a fuel island, right? Things like that. But my PSD instructor introduced him to me. I thought it was a good match, so we loaded up and we went on. We went cross country, so I haven't been to all 48 states, but I have been up and down the country. I think total I've crossed the country 6-ish times, maybe 4 to 6, somewhere in there, with him. So that was pretty fun. He had a Pete, so it was nice and roomy. I really liked that pull-out TV tray. I'm going to miss that when I hop into a company truck. If you're going to be a company driver, the chances of you getting a Pete in the company fleet are slim to none. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. Some things that I personally learned that I can tell you out of my personal experience. Number one, have food on the truck. When you get that first or second paycheck, ask your trainer, hey, can we make a Walmart run? Hey, if they got a Sam's Club card, hey, can we, and they're cool with you using it, hey, can we make a run to Sam's Club? Have some food on the truck, because you may be sitting at a shipper for the whole day. I remember we sat at one shipper in Salinas, California for 12 hours. And so there was no, let me go run inside Pilot real quick and grab a roller grill. It's not going to happen sometimes. So that's a big one, is have food on the truck. Listen to your trainer. Remember that you are a guest on their truck. This is a big one. This is something that I see in the Facebook groups a lot. Remember that you are there to learn, and if they're a lease op like mine is, or was, remember that they own the truck and they are paying your paycheck. And I say that because there are a lot of people who are going through in TNT, who went through TNT, that didn't really have that mentality of, I'm in this truck to learn, I'm in this truck to gain the knowledge and wisdom and experience from this trainer. And yes, I know some of you are going to hit the comments and say, well, I have horror stories X, Y, and Z. I know. I'm in the Facebook groups. I've talked to drivers. I understand that the horror stories are there. And that'll become part of the red flag video. But remember that you are a guest on their truck. Hygiene. I'm a big guy, and I quickly found out that the wipe thing that a lot of people suggest does not work for me. It basically comes down to I have to shower every other day or every 2 days at the most. I can't get the wipes to work. I've tried all of them. If y'all have a different brand that you would suggest for a bigger guy like me that actually works, let me know in the comments. But I've tried the senior adult wipes. I've tried dude wipes. I tried the Huggies baby wipes. None of them allowed me to go further than getting a shower at least every 2 days. It was, but that brings me to the next part, which is have enough clothes. My trainer's advice, and I fought him on this hard because I'm a good old Texas boy and I hate shorts, is sweatpants and shorts and t-shirts. You can carry more of them. They're easier to go through the wash. I'm not that way. I know there are a lot of drivers out there that feel the same way. You know, I'm blue jeans and a t-shirt kind of guy. If you're going to carry jeans, don't go by the 10-day rule that they tell you when you're coming to orientation. You need to have enough for 14, 16 days. And that fixed a big part of that with that hygiene thing. Have enough clothes to change into. So if you do have to go that extra day without showering, you can at least put on a new set of clothes and it'll be bearable enough until you can get a shower. Something else that I'll talk about in the do's and don'ts that really surprised me is being mindful of how you eat. It can be very easy to get into this habit of eat this, don't eat that, eat this, don't eat that. So if if you get into the habit like I did where it was drive through, make one of those meals, the fresh section. If you stop at a pallet that has the PJ Fresh thing, right? Go grab a salad, go grab a fruit cup. Don't always go for the Hardee's and the McDonald's and the Subway. Take care of yourself. You're on a truck for 12 hours a day, you're not very active. Least you can do is give your body the right kind of nutrition. And I'm not saying that I did that. I probably ate way more fast food than I should have. But it's part of the learning experience, hence trucker and training, right? So, yeah. My biggest takeaway from TNT, and this is for everybody that is going to go through TNT, whether or not you went through PSD or if you're already a CDL holder, is be open to learning new things. I don't care if you drove a local job for 6 years and you've decided to come out on the road. I don't care if you're coming through PSD and your great grandpappy was a trucker. This world is changing day by day, minute by minute. Whether it's the what's YouTube? What's the YouTube safe word? Whether it is the situation that has faced the world the last 2 years, or it's just the fact of the new trucks have new technology. Whatever it is, there is something new to learn every day. That is the biggest thing that you can get out of TNT. That is why you are there, is to learn. You're not there to be best friends, and this will go into the whole red flag video that we'll do. But that is the biggest thing to remember. Those are the two biggest takeaways from this video, is you are a guest on their truck, company or lease op, and you need to learn. As always, I am Quisp, your host. This is Quisp Adventures, and of course, you'll see me later.